Welcome back to the Explainer. All right, today we're putting on our trench coats, stepping into the shadows, and, checking our classified dossiers. If you're ready to bring a high-stakes espionage vibe to your table, well, you're exactly where you need to be. In this Explainer, we're going to completely unpack the secret mission risk game mode. We'll break down exactly how to prep the battlefield, specifically focusing on that crucial setup for new players, and execute your covert ops with total precision.
So, let me ask you, are you tired of the same old global domination? Let's be honest with ourselves here, we all absolutely love classic Risk, but we've also all been trapped in those games where grinding out world conquest, literally territory by territory, turns into this absolute marathon of attrition, am I right? So are you ready for a tactical twist on your standard board game night? Because if you want a tighter, faster, and honestly much more paranoid experience, this game mode is going to completely flip the script for you and your friends.
Okay, let's dive right into Directive 1, the secret objective.
What makes this variant entirely unique from anything else in the standard box is how it fundamentally alters player motivation. Now, all your standard gameplay rules, they still apply perfectly. How you draft your armies, how you attack with the dice, fortifying borders, the whole shebang. You don't have to learn a totally new combat system. But the ultimate objective shifts entirely, and that completely changes the psychology of the people sitting around your table. You're no longer just trying to paint the entire map in your specific plastic color. Instead of grinding until one person owns the globe, the game ends instantly, and I mean instantly, the moment a player completes their specific, randomly assigned secret mission.
So what exactly is that? Well, let's clearly define it so we're all on the exact same page. A secret mission is a hidden, personal objective assigned via a card that a player must complete to instantly win. The absolutely crucial point here is that this personal goal takes complete priority over standard world conquest. Your sprawling armies and global borders, they're now just tools. They're basically just smoke and mirrors used to achieve a very specific shadowy end goal. It introduces this incredible paranoia to the table, mostly because you never actually know what your opponent is trying to pull off.
Let's move to our next phase and see how this builds. Directive 2, Setup for new players. Getting this tactical deployment right is absolutely vital.
To ensure a flawless game, especially when you're getting new players up to speed, there are 4 essential setup steps you need to follow chronologically. First, during your initial game setup, you've got to separate the mission cards from the rest of the territory deck. Second, and this is a big one for new players, if you have fewer than 5 players, you must absolutely remove any mission cards that reference the colors of armies not being used. You really want to prevent a game-breaking scenario where, say, a brand new recruit gets stuck with an impossible mission to destroy the green army when literally no one is even playing green. It happens, trust me. Third, shuffle those carefully curated mission cards and deal exactly 1 to each player. And finally, step 4, return the remaining cards to the game box completely unseen. If you accidentally peek at what missions are off the table, you're gaining an unfair advantage by knowing what your opponents aren't trying to do. And we definitely want to keep a level playing field for the newcomers.
Now for our final execution phase, Directive 3, Securing Your Victory.
The source rules state this very clearly, acting as your ultimate rule of thumb here. Keep it hidden from your opponents. I really, truly cannot overstate the importance of this. Secrecy is your absolute greatest weapon in this game mode. Think about it. If the other generals at the table figure out what your specific target is, say conquering South America and Africa, they are going to instantly drop their own plans to form a blockade and stop you in your tracks. You have to play your cards close to the vest, master the art of bluffing, and maybe even use some deliberate misdirection to keep everyone constantly guessing your true motives.
To pull off the win, you need a flawless execution strategy. Make sure to look at your assigned card entirely privately the very second you get it. Identify your personal mission early so you can intricately plan your initial troop deployment around it. And finally, play your turn strategically to be the very first player to complete it. Remember, second place doesn't matter here. The very second you achieve your condition, you dramatically flip your card over, reveal it to the entire table, and boom, you instantly claim victory, often completely out of nowhere.
And this brings us to the ultimate tension of this fantastic game mode. Will you conquer the world or just your secret target? This mode completely revitalizes classic Risk. It makes it faster, highly strategic, and just full of incredible table talk and suspicion. You now have the full briefing to confidently step into the role of commander, explain the setup flawlessly for any new players at your table, and execute a perfect game. Thank you for joining me for this Explainer. Now get out there, keep your secrets safe, and I'll see you next time.